Hey guys, how's it going? So, I'm just getting everything set up still. I got an extra recommendation for another game, plus whatever Matt sent me too, so just trying to make a list, get everything ready to go. Start the stream with Grandma Funk. Fall asleep midstream. I can totally relate to that right now. I'm actually extremely tired. Woke up early, kiddo was sick, fiance was sick, all that good stuff. So, it looks like I should have pretty much everything ready to go. I just have to extract this one, get it ready. Did I get it on the list? Yes, infinite space. And trying to get this. Looks like this is the right one. Set into desktop. And there we go. Alright. So might as well jump right into this. I think everyone's familiar with what's going on. Blackthorn Prod, Blackthorn Prod's number 3 game jam. Games, playthroughs, and reviews. And the list that I'm going to do today, unless there's more recommendations added into it, I'm going to do Elemental Warlocks, Sacrifices, Combox, Nightkeeper, Caster's Curse, Little Soul, The Downside, and a small amount of Infinite Space. Let me know if you guys are having trouble hearing me or any of the desktop sounds, all that good stuff. It always takes a moment to get everything adjusted the first time starting up. Even sometimes midstream when a game is super quiet. And if any of you guys know how to set up moderators and stuff, that would also be useful. I might have to research that a little bit. I think there's a way to do it for live chat, but as of right now, I am not 100% sure. So it's kind of quiet on my end, so I'm guessing it's quiet on your end. I'm going to bump up the volume. Let's try it again. So Elemental Warlocks. After playing the game, I'll look at the game page and then go from there. This is by Papaya Games. I really wanted to say Papaya Games. Elemental Warlocks. Already awesome art. It looks a lot like Blackthorn Prods, to be honest. A pretty slick title screen already. Responsive UI. Sound effects. Animations. All the good stuff. So how to play. This is a half-baked co-op card game made by Papaya Games. Here you will play as a warlock who is sacrificing his life to become more stronger than he used to be. Take your friend and play with him. Your goal is to decrease your character's health by playing his cards as much as possible. Less health equals more power at the end. Alright, so this might be a little difficult if it's actually a two-player game. Each turn you have to play all cards. After you do this, your character's health will decrease. Your goal to make your character's health less than your opponent's health. Each card has its specific description, so read them carefully. One thing I can already say is big wall of text. Very typical in game jams, but it'd be nice if they split it up into some kind of like tutorial level so you can learn the rules as you're doing. That way it actually sticks with you. Also, your character has its own power. You can use it by just clicking the icon and clicking on the card. Less health equals more power at the end. Have fun and enjoy. Deal 2 damage to your character. Deal 1 damage if you burn card. This turn, deal 5 damage to your character. Click here and destroy one card to deal damage to your character. Okay. Let's just see what happens here. We'll click this thing. Why not do this? Okay, so it's like you just go back and forth, and I think you're trying to deal damage to your character, heal your opponent by 1. So you're trying to essentially kill yourself, it looks like. Heal opponent by 1. Haha, take that, nerd. Deal 2, deal 3. It's just kind of interesting to see the art in this. I really feel like this was more an artist that made a game. They had the flair and the eye for everything to put it together. Sadly, there's no music. There are sound effects, but very minimal. It's pretty much when you click a card, it's just a generic. The art is nice. I agree 100%. It looks fantastic. I just wish they could have added the sound effects and music to it. I have a feeling you would get a mix of like the fire and water music, kind of like Super Mario 64, Dire Docks music, or mixed with I don't know, some kind of like Wind Waker tune. I mean, this is obviously like a 2-player game. It looks like you're just trying to kill yourself. I really wish I could experience this with another person to get the full effect. Kind of seems like 100 health is a little much. It'd be nice if you started off with like 50 health or 25 health and went from there. It seems like it'd be dragged out a little bit. So you do have like a total number of cards. Click here and then destroy 1 card to deal damage to your character. So you can really, it looks like there's strategy behind it, but it hasn't been fully fleshed out yet. I think this could really turn into something pretty cool though. Especially the art design behind it. Whoever was the artist was and the designer, definitely fantastic work for this. Sometimes the buttons are a little unresponsive for the picking of the cards. Let's try this button and burn. Having 2-player games in a jam is not the best move, but sometimes that does not matter. I agree. If you want to be like top tier in the finalists or whatever, then yeah, usually doing like a 2-player game is not the best move. But if you have the ability to do it and make it turn out pretty fun, I would imagine this would be a lot more fun with 2 people. Obviously, I'm just clicking each card myself and deciding what's going on. And from what I can tell, it seems random. So there's probably like a balancing issue with it, especially with how much the cards are repeating a lot, so it doesn't seem like they fully fleshed out the entire mechanics of the game. Oh wow, this game looks lively. Lively, yes. Yeah, they really got like the particle effects down, the art style, everything was really nailed down in this. Everything's consistent. You can see the thick black outlines on everything that is just landscape, and then it's just very nice. Character designs really do remind me of Blackthorn Prod's artwork. My only criticism is that I think the characters move too fast. They're just hopped up on Mountain Dew, man. Especially for a game that doesn't require much reaction time. Yeah, they could have been more chillaxed, but I think the idea is like you're battling each other. And I think there's because you're dealing damage to yourself, which makes you more powerful, but you're actually like killing yourself. So I think the goal is to kill yourself which is kind of odd. So what just happens if I just spam all the way through these? Because you have all 3 cards, and it doesn't look like you can end your turn before using them, so you have to use them. I'm guessing there's... Oop, Fire Warlock wins. I don't even know how he won, to be honest. I guess that's what happens when you spam through. But I did notice some of the cards were starting to change. It looked like if your or if your opponent's life is higher than yours, then something, something, something. So overall, this could really turn out to be a cool card battling game. And some of the critiques that were mentioned was like the characters moving too fast. I think you're right. Animations could be calmed down a bit, or at least add more to the animations. Like when you select a card, have fire blow up off of you, or when you're on the water side, have like a whirlpool or like waves hitting around you. Something like that would be pretty cool. Imagine if YouTube live stream raids like Twitch. That would be something. I kind of know what you're talking about, but I don't really watch Twitch a whole lot. So I think that's when people just like randomly join in, right? Just like a whole mass of people. That would be something. Yeah, that would be. If that's really what it is, I think that's what it is. But this was cool, mainly because of the art style and the direction. It was all the way from point A to point B of playing through. Everything was cohesive art style-wise. So whoever designed this really had an eye for that. I just wish they would have been able to nail down the mechanics and do like a real tutorial, like a training zone to teach you how to play it, to make it more interesting. Yeah, that is. Okay, cool. So that's what a raid is. That would be very, very interesting. Add. Okay, so I'm going to close out of this one for now, and let's go to the game page just to check to see if they have any like special mentions of what's going on. Bloop. All right. So this was done by Papaya Games, a simple card co-op game where your goal is to decrease your character's health by playing this card in hero power. Your health has to be less than your opponent's health. Play with your best friends and have fun. Yeah, I really think this is necessary to have a secondary person to make sure you actually had fun with this one. I mean, I enjoyed it because the visuals were cool, and looking through the different cards was interesting until they started looping through a lot. So it would be cool to see more variety, and maybe later on, if this game actually gets fully fleshed out, different characters, that would be awesome. Kind of be like a hero, so each hero gets their own special ability, and you could really add on to this. This would be a pretty phenomenal game. I could see this definitely being like a mobile game because of the bright colorfulness to it, and honestly simple gameplay mechanics, because most card games are, to be honest. So that would be pretty good, I think, overall for it. This could be an interesting game over Parsec. What's Parsec? I'm not familiar with that. Okay. So the next game we're going to check out is Sacrifices. This one I saw in the Discord chat. A couple people were talking about it, and it seemed pretty interesting. So just looking at the game page, Sacrifices is a short, wholesome, and slightly meta-narrative experience about helping others. Parsec basically makes local co-op stuff offline or online. Oh, a meta-narrative. Oh, that's cool. I might have to look into Parsec. I've never done any like online programming or server management or anything along those lines, so that'd be kind of cool to check out. I gotta head out for like 15 minutes, but I'll be back. Okay, cool. Good luck, Mr. Muffins. See you in 15 or so minutes. So, controls, WASD, or the arrows, space to jump, shift to sprint, click to interact, escape to quit. You know, this right here, escape to quit, is massive. You don't know how many game jams are out there where they don't have any method to easily quit out, so you always have to Alt F4 out. And sometimes that's even finicky. It shouldn't be, but sometimes it is. But, you know what? That's cool. I really appreciate that right there. That's already like 10 plus bonus points on my imaginary scale of points. Okay, about sacrifices. Completed for Blackthorn Prod's Game Jam number 3, 2021. This is my first ever project, and there was certainly a lot to learn. Because of this, I decided to focus on learning how to complete a project. Using assets found on the asset store, listed below. Okay, so they didn't create like the assets. That's totally understandable, especially being for a first game jam or first ever project. And, you know, just learning the programming side of things can be a pain in the butt. Through programming using Bolt. Okay, so they used visual coding. Looks like a walking simulation, which is cool. Oh, well, that's unfortunate, but understandable. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the nature of the beast when I see a game like this with all the 3D models, assets, and everything, doing that alone would take a week without having to do the coding and game design on top of it. That's why I'm always super impressed by 3D games and game jams, especially the really short ones. So they designed the terrain, building the dialogue system through Bolt, laying out the level, and reaching the somewhat dubious finish line. I have learnt a great deal, and thankfully, that's exactly what I came into this jam hoping for. I hope the game can be calm breath of fresh air. Details. Unfortunately, due to being totally new, I failed to optimize the game for WebGL or Mac. As such, it's only Windows, at least for now. Please do let me know if you encounter any bugs. I think I see a little pig face, and that's kind of cute. Or it's like a pink dog. So if it's a dog, I'll be even happier. Alright, so they got models and textures, crabs, polys, so all the 3D models, audios. So it doesn't look like any of the assets was made by them, which totally fine. First ever project, you just have to start somewhere. This would be like a good prototyping experience for them, especially if it's actually fun and enjoyable. Build off of it, replace the assets with your own, or heck, if they're free and really is a fun experience, go ahead and ship it out and see what happens. Okay, so that's kind of loud on my end, so let me know if that music is overbearing for you guys. Game jams are a learning experience. Let's see how far they got. Oh, that motion blur. One thing I've always noticed with the first-person 3D games that I play from these game jams, the motion blur is just insane. I don't know if that's because of my machine or if that's just how like the first person controllers are set up. It's honestly running fairly smooth though for being this big of a 3D game. My machine usually kind of struggles with these. All you do is laze in the sun all day. Oh, I was falling down the stairs apparently. Come back when you've learnt something. Also, can you check out the throne? I heard some noises last night. Oh man, that motion blur. Is it running well or is it just the stream? It's running fairly smooth. It's just a lot of motion blur. And then when I say a lot, I mean you just barely touch the mouse to look around and the whole screen's completely blurred out for like 2 seconds. Oh, so there's... I think for throne, they were talking about the outhouse. So let's go down here. Oh god, I almost fell in the water. Don't know if that'll kill me or not. Hey, hello. Down here. Hi, little pink crab. Speak. Don't look at me like that. I know it smells bad, but my legs aren't working, okay? I just walked out of the water like any other day, then poof. My brain forgets how to walk left. Can you still walk left? Yes, I can. I guess it's just me then. Poor crab. Oh, I'll go with him. Yeah, if he runs away, I will. Can I borrow that button you're using to walk left? We can only walk left and right, after all. Oh, thank you so much. I'll let my friends know how nice you little humans are. Hey, you're the little one, pink crab. I knew you weren't all bad. I don't know why I gave him like a southern twang accent. Oh, okay, so now I completely lost the moving left controls because I'm such a friendly dude. Oof. I'm trying to open up the outhouse, but now it's even harder because I lost left. So it's kind of hard to tell from just probably the small amount of stream, but I'm not touching anything and I'm rolling down the hill. So I'm guessing they used like a physics-based system for the character controller and just keeps rolling down the hill. So there's probably like a friction setting that wasn't set up right. If you look at the crab a certain way, it looks like a dog head with legs. It really did. I thought it was a pink dog in the picture. And for the rigid body, I really think it definitely is what it is right now. Probably Unity rigid body physics set up with no friction on it, so you slide down the hills pretty easily. So, yeah, it kind of feels like a walking simulator. And gotta be honest, I've never been a big fan of motion blur. I always turn it off in like every game that I play. So this is like really bugging with my eyes. I understand that it can really be like make a game look beautiful with those kind of effects, but oof, a little much. Not really seeing the theme here. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with that too. I mean, it's kind of cool with how they set everything up, and especially being a first project. I'm guessing they really didn't know, like, have time to set a whole theme up behind it. Okay, I'm gonna get away from there because those dogs barking is a little annoying. Ooh, there's a deer over there and a bucket of water. Is it just me, or does it look like you can do something with that, but it will not let me? Who's sawing logs? Oh, those are dogs. It really does sound like that. Oh, don't worry, there's just a bunch of lumberjacks running around here. I keep forgetting that I no longer can move left. I have me a new deer friend. So, I don't know if any of you guys watched the Hannibal Lecter show on Netflix, but this totally reminds me of the deer that is in the episodes all the time. You just walked through. Yeah, I'm trying to ride him, but I can't. I'm the deer whisperer. Do you plan to do the Brackies Jam? I've been hearing people talk about it, but I haven't looked into it myself, and it could be interesting. Total Hannibal vibes. How about you? Are you going to do the Brackies Jam? Oh, look at the bunny. Oh man, he's got red eyes. He's like evil. Evil bunny. He's floating. He's Satan himself. This really is giving off the whole Hannibal Lecter vibes. Got demonic animals, and pretty soon there's going to be a cannibal that runs out here and tries to eat me. Okay, guys. Look at that shadow right there. Does that kind of look like a fat Mickey Mouse from the side? Probably. I don't know what to go. I don't want to go solo again. Or don't know if you want to go solo or team with someone else. My only worry is learning with someone, teaming with someone, they might bail later. It does look like a fat Mickey Mouse. Hey Jason, I completely understand that. The first couple jams that, or at least the first jam that I went through, I teamed up with just a bunch of random people. One was a music guy and the other one was an artist. And the artist stayed with us for like the first 3 weeks of the jam because it was a month long. And after that third week, they dropped out and they didn't do any art. They didn't give us any assets or anything like that. They said they were having like personal issues, which I completely understand. That happens, but they kind of were like pushing off the whole responsibilities anyways. So we ended up going a whole different route with another person, and they came in and helped do art for our entire game that was actually quite large for a first jam game. And they did a whole Tim Burton vibe, just created all these crazy assets. They helped make an intro video, just went all out, helped in that last week. They said they stayed up like days straight pretty much to help out. And of course, like, since I was programming and I was getting assets one at a time, I was just plugging stuff in as like the timer just counted down. It was a pretty crazy experience. Thick mouse. Thick. What is the dead mouse or dead mouse? The one DJ dude. Okay, so are you sure you want to exit? Yes. That was a very interesting experience. Some of the critiques I would have to say offhand was music control would have been nice. The easily adjust the volume in the game. A little more direction of what to do could have helped. I didn't really see the whole theme, understanding of the theme for it. Maybe so an explanation inside of your description on your page would have really helped with that. And the sound was decent, but obviously it was repetitive. So maybe trigger zones to help change the music depending on the area you're at. Sound effects were kind of rough, especially with the dogs. Someone mentioned that they sounded like wood being sawed. It really did sound like that. We understand that this was the first project ever, so don't take this as harsh critique. This is just stuff to help you get in the right direction of where to go. So those are kind of areas that you would probably want to focus on top of making sure the main gameplay loop works first, and then do your polishing on top of that. So make sure the player knows what they're doing, get to point A to point B, understand the mechanics and the rules of your world, and then add the sounds, add the motion blurs and post-processing and all that good stuff after that. That was an interesting experience. Yes, it was. That definitely was interesting. Okay. So we looked at the page. Now it's time to go for Combox. That sounds weird. Combox. Combox. Alright. I might do like a sound test at first to see if it's going to blow my eardrum or not, and go from there. Okay, so description. A simple 2D arcade game about combining boxes in order to have as few boxes on screen as possible. This game was made in 1 week for Blackthorn Prod Game Jam with the theme Less is More. All code, art, music, and sounds were made during the jam. The font used was Arcade Classic by Pizza Dude. That's cool. I like the name. This is my second ever game jam, which I enjoyed immensely. Also, the tutorial is not at all mandatory, but is recommended you at least read the first page. It would be greatly appreciated if you left a review. Don't worry about that. I will be trying to finish setting up all my reviews tomorrow. Theme. The fewer boxes on screen, the longer you can survive, the easier it is to manage them. The fewer boxes on screen, the more points you get when you combine boxes. So I like how they actually had the main focus of the theme as the mechanic of their game. To me, that makes the most sense when combining a theme, instead of having like the broad, vague theme of like, oh yeah, you can interpret it however you want kind of deal. And it's kind of nice to just see it plopped right in there, and you know what you're getting, and you know why the theme was there and why the game was made. Another box game. I feel like I saw another box game earlier in the week. I don't remember. I might have played one earlier this week. I would have to go back through the streams, to be honest. Or actually, you know what? Go back through the games that I rated. Let's do that real quick. Why not? Chromo Fusion involved boxes. That was an interesting experience. I ran into a lot of glitches on that one, though, so that kind of hampered the experience. Less Tally Cosmically. That was also a box puzzle game. Okay, I'm back. Took longer than expected. What have you played so far? We have played Elemental Warlocks and Sacrifices. Sacrifices was a like walking simulator. Elemental Warlocks was a card game, like a two-player co-op card game. So that could be a pretty interesting game, especially like Jason mentioned, use Parsec to use the online component. So, we right now we've just kind of been going through some of the games that I played, trying to see if there was another box game. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the other streams or not, but these one-line games, super interesting. This is the first time I've ever seen them, and it was this jam, like Lineland and Ghost Frame 1D, I think was the other one. I don't know if I rated that one yet. But yeah, those two games, phenomenal for a single line of pixels. I mean, that's incredible. Making a game out of a line of pixels. Maybe boxes are just way popular. You know, when you're a programmer and you have zero art skills, sometimes a box is the best way to go. I couldn't wrap my head around the one-line pixel games, but they were interesting. It's really cool, isn't it? They just one line of pixels. You either go left and right, and even the one game was like an adventure game. You could go through doors and a bunch of other stuff. It's just insane what you can do with a single line of pixels. All right, so I'm gonna go to options and see if it all works. Boop, boop, boop. I'm going to put it right about there. Let me know if you guys have a hard time hearing it. Turn the sound effects all the way up. Okay, so it has vocal lines. Cool. Do the tutorial. Thomas Was Alone is a good example of a game with only boxes. Oh yeah, that game like blew up big time though. That was another, that was around the same time, Deltarune came around? Combination rules. Points and game over? Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like this interface. Kind of breaks up like a big wall of text into smaller chunk sizes, even though there's still a lot here to learn. I haven't tried it either. I've just seen like speedrunners play it. I watch a lot of speedruns, so it's always interesting seeing people break games or trying to 100% them like legitimately and do it in 20 minutes. It's insane what people can do with that stuff. Alright, combination rules. Click and drag boxes together to combine them. Boxes must be the same size to combine. Boxes of the largest size get taken out of play when combined. Okay. You know, it's kind of cool that the game uses colors inside the game, but everything here is black and white. It kind of gives you that popping visual difference. It's kind of cool. Ooh, yeah, that didn't work out very well. I tried to go full screen to see what it would do, and it cut the edges off pretty bad. Okay, this number can be found in the top right corner of the game screen. The left number is the amount of boxes in play. The right box is the max allowed boxes in play. If the left number goes over the right number, then it's a game over. Points are calculated based on the size of the boxes being combined and the number of boxes in play. Less boxes in play means a higher point bonus per combination. If you are getting bored, use space instantly spawn in the next set of boxes and tab to skip rounds. Notice. It is much more fun to figure out these rules on your own. Continue at your own discretion. Alright, I'll play your game, you silly fool. Oh yeah, I tried speedrunning Celeste and got a time of 49:54 with 75 deaths. Not great, but it was fun. You know, before speedrunning was like massive and before I even knew it was really a thing, Super Mario 64 was a pretty huge game in my life when growing up. And I found like the long backwards jumping glitches and stuff like that. I found a lot of that crap before even the internet was really a thing, because we had dial-up and it barely worked. So just doing that and finding all these cool glitches that would break the game, get it down to like 16 stars. And if you were a very nerdy person and had satellite or dish growing up, there was a channel called like G4 TV. I think it used to be called like Tech TV or something like that. They had a show called X-Play, and they also would sometimes show random stuff like that as well. So it was, oh, color combination stuff now. They would always show like cheat codes and random crap too. So it was always fun just trying to figure out how to do that stuff on your own. Anyways, if you ever need an artist for a game, hit me up. Mario 64 is like the speedrun game. It really is. And seeing what people do with it now, just completely annihilate it. And I'm like ashamed with the stuff that I would do back then playing it. Figuring out how to catch the little rabbit in the basement, like first try, and now you have people that have like speed strats that can do it blindfolded. Bum, 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 bum. I really dig the music on this. You can almost do like just toss stuff around and do like trick shots. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so you got orange. So am I accidentally creating new colors and that's going to make it harder? Blah, 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 blah. I'll just stack the boxes. Nice. So I got to combine that, I think. All right. I feel like I'm going to get. Oh no, I'm getting overwhelmed. There's too many things here. Get out of my way, big box. I'm just like throwing stuff randomly to make it happen. Guys, I think I'm in trouble with this one. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so I can grab this, make this. Get out of my way, get out of my way. Okay, so I got those. No. The random color combinations just totally get you. Bum, 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 bum. It's so simple, but it's so cool at the same time. Gosh darn it. I really don't want stuff just randomly combining anymore, so I gotta stay on top of it. Alright, so kinda that's not what I wanted. Okay, but I can do this, and now I got a big boy. A chunky box. I have a feeling this is like what FedEx workers feel like. Oh no, I lost. My brother is a pro Mario Odyssey speedrunner and held the jumpless world record back when it was a category. Jumpless runs are always so interesting. Holy crap, I just tuned in, and this is my game. Hey, thanks for joining in, Solstice. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was playing some other stuff and just tabbed back in. Those sound effects are really satisfying. Yes, it's kind of like the French kiss or the chef kiss whenever you combine the boxes just right. When you do a bunch in a row too, you get the plop, 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 plop. That would have been a cool added nifty effect is if you did a quick succession of box combining, you would get like a higher tone. So it was bop, 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 bop. Made them myself. Nice. And Jason, I believe you're the one that said you're an artist. It'd be kind of cool to see your work. So if you want to, you can like send me any of your work or ArtStation or whatever your portfolio is. If you want to send it to me in Discord, I'm willing to check it out. I just recorded a mouth pop and pitched it up slightly. Nice. Alright, so I am going to back out of this. So that was incredibly fun. I enjoyed that one a lot. Good music, good sound effects, fun game mechanic. I could really see you adding different levels, level designs, so the boxes falling different ways and shooting up from the bottom. Just craziness. I could see a lot of future tweaks to this to make it a full-fleshed game. Alright, so we got Combox done, and so now it is time for Night Keeper. So, this was downloaded. Okay, so I downloaded this one already. The Night Keeper. Night falls in the garden. Only the keeper remains. All music, art, and code. Original work created for this game were made during the Blackthorn Prod number 3 Game Jam January 2021. Controls. WASD or arrow keys. Space to turn off and on your lantern. Night falls in the garden just like it does at the end of every day. Just like it has done for as long as we can remember. In the evening, when the visitors have gone, only the groundskeeper remains. He has one more job before he can rest. He must travel the garden one last time, extinguishing every light that keeps the dark away. He's done it his whole life, for as long as he can remember. But somehow, each night is different. As the darkness closes in, new paths are revealed. New friends appear, and after all, this time, the journey towards darkness is never easy. My sister is an artist, and lots of my friends are musicians, and I'm a programmer, so we join game jams together. It's fun. So ominous. It's so true. Yeah, I actually found a group of friends randomly on Discord, and one was an artist. Actually, I know a couple artists, and they were really cool. And sometimes they join in, sometimes they don't, or sometimes they can only do a single asset and they fly off, and that's all that they want to do and all they're happy with doing. So I'm usually the programmer. I usually have one or two musicians or sound designers. I know a couple of them as well. I don't really know a whole lot of programmers except for like the guys that I talk to through these random Discords or chats. Oh, well, that's sweet. Okay, let's check the game out. Get it going. The Night Keeper. Another Unity game. I've realized Unity is pretty popular in these game jams. The Keeper. Oh, that was cool. So they definitely know how to do the bloom effects, lighting. Nice. I wonder if they watched the Brackies tutorial like everyone else on Earth. Most music for game jams are looped, so I only needed one track for Kill Point, which was made by my sister and cousin. I have been really trying to incorporate the audio people into the games a lot more, because they really can offer a whole lot of dynamic to it. Especially if you let them use like Fmod or anything like that, they can really get into it and make some insane sounding sound effects, and even the music just gets incredible. It's very dynamic, especially if they do the 3D world design. Just insane. Hail Brackies, King of Unity. The king is long live the king, even though he's already gone. I mean, he's left a legacy behind him, that's for sure. I also watch Jason Weeman a lot and Game Dev HQ. They were a lot of the helpful tutorials that I watched when getting started on this stuff. The Keeper's task is simple. Travel the garden one last time, extinguishing every light that keeps the dark away. Press space to turn on and off your lantern. Okay. What is this thing? It's following me around, being rude. Bum bum bum. It's very interesting. I love the art though. I mean, they stuck with a palette, ran with it, and bada bing, bada boom. They got a lot going on. You know, I'm probably missing a button, and I forget what it is. Or I'm just totally screwing up. For entertainment, I like watching similar channels like you, Ben Bonk, Vimlark, Mazizis. I know I've seen Mazizis and Vimlark. He's kind of been blowing up lately. I might have to exit out of this and review the controls again because I forget what they were. Space to turn off and on your lantern. Okay. Apparently I was just doing something wrong. The pixel sizes look inconsistent though. Yeah. I'm guessing they probably just used whatever resolution and slapped it in there. That's a hard thing communicating with the art side of the games, is saying like, hey, I need this to be a 16:9 ratio, and we only want to use like a pixel palette of 32, like a 32:32 or 16:16. So I can completely understand what how it affects you. Am I supposed to push this feller somewhere? Come on, dude. Oh, maybe he has to step on the blue thing? Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize I could move him. I thought it kind of just like blonked around, you know? I have respect for pixel artists for being able to work with such a small canvas. The thing that really blows my mind is when they get that smooth curve and have like a nice shadowing on it. It's just so cool. I mean, even like this guy right here, you can see the little flap of his hat. I don't know if you can see it in the stream, but man, little details like that is always so impressive. Alright, so I need to get Stone Boy over here. This is kind of reminds me of like Legend of Zelda almost. Oh, like a 2D Legend of Zelda where you have like puzzling mechanics, hitting all these switches, using the world around you. Pretty cool. All right, light this boy up. Yeah, and animating just makes me have more respect for them. I've done... I wonder if I still have it. I'll see if I still have it saved somewhere. I tried to make pixel art of our dog Tuna, and it was so silly. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Here's a tree. Okay, so you can go through there. So I should be able to push this guy through here. Less is more. I'm trying to figure out the theme of this, how it matches. Do you guys have any idea of what it would be? I love the neon look when you turn. Yeah, it's really cool. That bloom effect. Kind of just be dazed by it. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Game Grumps and Danny Avedon and his bands, like NSP. and Starbomb. It kind of reminds me of something you would see in their videos. And the calming music is a nice touch. Yeah, you get really nice calming music. Has a little bit of atmosphere to it. Gives the vibe of being like gloomy, gloom and doom. Oh, I'm a fool. I'm a fool, guys. I didn't realize there was a tree up there. I'm seeing like spiders and stuff too. I wonder if you can get hurt. This tree. And then I push this down. And then I can go in. And then just, yeah. That's what I was talking about. Glad I'm not the only one that knows them in the chat. Alright guys, here's the big one. Can I walk through the water? Nope. I see it though. I see what I do. Less light, more doors open. That could be an interesting take on it. Interesting. I guess I can still reuse this guy. Hopefully it's not a timed puzzle and I fall in the water. Okay, so that one is locked now. I'll run my stubby legs on over here. Look at him kicking his feet. Kick, 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 kick. Looks like he's high kicking everywhere. Or he was in the war. Long time ago I was in the war. And they took both my legs. Right at the kneecaps. Now I'm stumpy. No, go to your home. Can I get it to follow me? There we go. Follow your keeper. Only bad. Ooh, I see a potential bug and game-breaking glitch if it goes wrong. I almost got stuck. Oh, talking about getting stuck. Come on, you got it. Yep. So there you go. Glitch hunting for you. Careful with that collider there. Bum, bum, bum. All right. So I think I'm going to cut it here because I don't want to ruin the whole game, and I feel like I've played enough to know what's going on. I still don't fully understand the theme here. The game mechanics is cool. The art is insane on it. There was a mention of like the pixels inconsistency, especially like the main character versus the background. Much higher density of level design for the pixels. Not a major critique there. It's just consistencies. Sometimes it can make or break a game, so might want to keep that in mind. Music is cool, chilling, ambient. It's repetitive though. Some difference between levels would be nice. Sound effects are minimum, which with this game it kind of works. It's kind of minimalistic anyways, but I feel like they could have added some kind of like puzzle completion noise, kind of like your Legend of Zelda, like the do 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 do. These statues remind me of the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who. It really does, because if I get close to it and then I turn around, it starts following me. He's probably just trying to touch my butt though. Creeper. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next game. Caster's Curse. I'd like to try to get through all of these, so I might not spend as long on each one. but I want to play them enough so I get the full understanding of them, get enough feedback so I can give legitimate feedback to them in their reviews. So we'll open this one up. Caster's Curse. Everything in the game was made from scratch in 1 week during the Blackthorn Prog Game Jam number 3. Fitting the Blackthorn Prog Game Jam theme, choose to have less lives to make your magic more powerful, or you can choose to have lesser magic powers for more health. The curse must be broken in order to do so. You must complete the Trials of the Abyss. Will you lose yourself in the pursuit of power, or will you overcome with what little magic you have left? Instructions. Waves of combat, and choose between lives and the size of your magical attacks. Giving up life will greatly increase the size of your attacks and give you a better chance of hitting your enemies. High risk, high reward. Decide your path. See, I like how they kind of explain their theming here. Makes it easier to understand like what to expect going into the game. So this is in browser. I'm going to see if I can pump this up. Slow nod. All right. Cool intro page. Nice looking art already. Good UI. The only thing I would say is make this stand out a little bit more so it's easier to see where the start button is. I didn't see where I could choose like health or anything. Maybe this is the training zone. Oh, okay. Pay for extra power next wave? Sure, why not? Take that, wolf boy. Oh, okay, music got intense. Now we know what's going on. This kind of reminds me of the little things from Kingdom Hearts series, the little floating Heartless. I can't remember what their names are right now. How about no? I'll see what I can get away with. Oh no. Okay, so that was kind of cool. When I got damaged, it did a little slowdown and let me know that I got damage. You also can see your spell charging up, so you know you can't just spam the button. At least I don't think you can. I'll try it. Oh no, there's an angry wolf boy. Yeah, you can't spam your attack, so it's kind of nice that you get like an indicator of when you can attack again. Since I've been getting my butt kicked, I'm going to say no because I need all the life I can get. Alright. Major League Gaming right here. Woohoo! Ba-ba-ba-ba. Man, those are some angry wolves. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I like how the music has different intensities depending on if it's a new wave or if it's in between rounds. I really need to keep my life, so I'm gonna keep it where it's at. Okay, so far I haven't seen like advantage of giving up more life for power, because most of these enemies can die in 1 to 2 hits, and your attack kind of just goes through multiple enemies. So if you know how to train enemies, kind of like Call of Duty Zombies or something like that, you can easily line everyone up and just bloop, plop them, and then there you go, you're good. Alright, you know what? Yeah, I'll try it. I want to be even more powerful. Blah. Uh-oh. I'm dead meat now. Ooh. Okay, yeah, zero advantage to doing that because the wolves took 2 hits from the smaller one, and it was still taking 2 hits from that bigger one. So giving up life for more power did not work out in my favor anyways. So truly the way to play this would have been lose 1 life to get a little stronger, and then keep all your life and just make it through the end by training all the enemies. And I think that would be the best way to play it. So maybe there was a balancing issue here. Obviously, you only had a 1 week to test it, and if you only tested it yourself and didn't have other people check it out, it's hard to tell those balancing issues. Art style was cool. It would be awesome to see different arenas as well, if possible. Art was, for the most part, consistent. Some of the enemies looked a little off compared to each other. So with that being said, I feel like this was a fun addition to like twin stick shooter style. I mean, if it was a gamepad, that's what I feel like would be the best way to use this. And that would be another thing. If you do gamepad controls, definitely a lot better for me. So I'm going to go to the next game. That was cool. Caster's Curse by Slownod. Now we're going to check out Little Soul. Alright, guys. Alright, so for the people who are watching, how many jams have you been in? I am curious to know. Alright, so page is loaded up. This game is best played in full screen mode. My entry to Blackthorn Prod Game Jam number 3, a bullet heck game where less HP equals more damage. The lower your health, the more damage you do. You play as a little soul who explores a dangerous world, looking for the 3 keys to unlock gates to a better place. I've noticed that's been a pretty popular theme with a lot of these games is lower the health, the more damage you do, or less health, the more jumps you could do, or stronger you get, or balancing attacks. So that was one thing that our team was thinking about too. We just felt like it was a little too on the nose for the game jam. We didn't really want to do the most common thing. Okay, so Solstice done 2 I've completed, weekly game jam, and this one. My voice was in 1. Does that count? That's pretty cool. This is probably, I don't even remember, 6 is probably what it was. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this game jam was my 7th one. And I've done a devlog for all of them, I think. So I try to stay pretty consistent with that. I like kind of doing the retrospective at the end of all this. Alright, so back to the game. We are looking for 3 keys to unlock a gate to a better place. You move with the keys, arrow keys, WSDs. Hold and release left click to fire your I'm a firing my lasers. Hold right click to regenerate energy. Aim with the mouse. Okay, I believe I downloaded this because I've always found it's just easier to play the actual download version. It seems to always be more stable for me. Alright, time for firing the lasers all over the place. Okay. Cool little intro. Cool animations. Ooh. Alright, so I'm a little gobby glob. Energy acts as health and ammunition. Hold right to regenerate energy. Alright. That's cool. I don't know what this little dongle thing is here. This game is really well polished, by the way. Oh, the art style. Hold and release left click to consume energy and shoot your beam. The lower your energy, the stronger your beam becomes. Okay, so you just have to balance going back and forth, regenerating and shooting. Okay, so this is a checkpoint. I like the animations. Sound effects are good. Music is alright. A little repetitive though. I mean, that's just what happens in game jams. It's kind of hard to get away from that. Return after you have all 3 keys. Okay. Vroom, 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 vroom. I like the speed of this though. It's nice how you can replenish your own health though without having to find like a health pack or anything like that. That's kind of nice. Uh-oh. Big boys. Oh, you even slow down when you charge up your lasers. Oh no, guys. Ah! I don't even know where I'm at. Oh, there I am. Oh, man, those guys were rough. I walked into a battle I was not ready for. And where's the spoopy dude? Alright, I'm going to heal up and then go in. Alright, take it. You're going to... No! No! Alright, I'm going to go another path. Let's see if that helps my case. Maybe that's pro level right there. There we go. See, this is like user friendly right here. Just pew pew and then heal up. Gave me a checkpoint. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Alright. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, come on. I went right through him. Alright, so now it's time for me to run around and heal up. Okay, cool. I like how it takes a minute for you to charge up your health, but once you actually get to recharging, it goes a lot quicker. Ow. So they definitely had the right idea for design. They knew what felt right for the character. I would say it's still a little unbalanced in your favor with these controls. At least I'm having a hard time controlling it. The camera slightly moving depending on where your mouse is really nice. I feel like they used Cinemachine for that because I know you can use that option in there, and I like it too. It's a fun little technique. Alright, so I kick his butt. Alright. So this is definitely tough. I just want to get rid of one of them. If I could do that, I feel like I would have a chance. No, no, no. Heal, heal, heal. Oh, I thought I found the cheese spot I could hide in. Alright, guys. I gotta beat one of these areas. And be like, yeah, it's possible. You just gotta get good, scrub. Yes. Okay. Alright, cool. I got health again. Okay, I can't shoot him because that will kill me. Alright. Oh, I missed. Run away! He's too quick! See, that is how it's done. Sorry if you were on the edge of your seats for that one and biting your nails. It was all under control, though. Bow. Bop, bop, bop. Very interesting mechanic of having to charge it up both ways, healing and shooting, and yeah, pretty cool. I guess I didn't get a key though. All I did was do a battle. Ooh, spiky ball. Okay, okay, I got this. Getting the feel for it. Got it, woohoo! No, 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 no! Okay, okay, we got this. Ho ho ho. See, it just takes a minute to get used to it. Once you get into that little flow state, bada bing, bada boom, you're good. Alright, here we go. Oh no, okay. I spoke too soon. Oh, if I can get them all lined up, you could get them all. Yes. Alright, down the one. Oh, so close. Okay, so I'm going to end it here because I feel like I've seen enough for it. I might actually go back and try to finish that one because it was really fun. I just spent a lot of time on it. That was really cool. Very well polished. Music was good. I wish it would not be as repetitive though, because it is a slightly longer game, and if you die a lot, then you have to listen to the same thing over and over again. Sound effects were good. They matched exactly to what the game needed to be. Wasn't too complicated finding or going around the area. You only had to find 3 keys, and there's only 1 gate that you had to unlock. Enemies were a little too fast. I think there might be a slight balancing issue there. So either speed up the recharge of your healing or slightly slow down the enemies' speeds, but keep the bullet speeds the same. I think that would have been much nicer to play. Would have felt better for the player, because some of it felt like you were cornered and had some opportunities where it wasn't the player's fault, you just got stuck in a corner. Or I just need to get good at the game, so that's okay to say too. Alright, so the next one is The Downside, made by Mr. Bundles. This is my submission to the Blackthorn Prod Game Jam number 3. Less is more. Lag may be an issue depending on your browser and hardware configuration. If you are experiencing lag in the browser, please feel free to download the game and play. Alright, a world-bending puzzle platformer in a minimalistic art style. Please check out the game mode description below. Controls, move with the arrow keys or WSD. Left click, turn your world upside down. Right click, move nearby blocks. Reset is R. Pause is click on the player. You are going to want to download this one. Okay, so I already downloaded it, so that's good to know. Use of theme. The game is primarily based on a world swap mechanic. When you click on a nearby block, all empty space in the level becomes solid ground, and all solid ground becomes empty space. The other main mechanic of this game is the ability to dig or remove nearby blocks. However, all that empty space created when you dig will become solid ground whenever you swap the world. Thus, the less tiles in the current world, the more tiles you will have in the swapped world. Hopefully this makes more sense in the context of the game. Practice mode. Oh man, there is a lot here. Practice mode. The game is quite challenging in some of the later levels. Please make use of the practice mode if you are struggling on a particular level. Practice mode can be enabled from the settings menu or from the pause menu. The player is invincible when practice mode is enabled. Speedrun mode. Oh yay. Just show off my cringy speedrunning skills. Once you beat all the levels, you will unlock speedrun mode, in which the controls are tweaked for faster gameplay and the best individual, and sometimes are shown in the level select screen. Hardcore mode. That's crazy, dude. He has practice mode, speedrun mode, and hardcore mode. Okay. Pretty legit. If you can achieve a sum of best times less than 5 minutes, you will unlock hardcore mode, in which you can play a whole new set of much more difficult levels. Hope you enjoy the game. Feedback is much appreciated. Please let me know if you find any game-breaking bugs or issues with the download so I can make note of it in the game description. Known issues? Oh no! Alright, there are some minor audio glitches when transitioning between screens in the WebGL. Okay, not worried about that then. Hardcore mode, the player will glitch out of the level on spawn. Press R to reset if this happens. Whew, that was a lot. Okay, let's get started. So he used Godot, Todog. Alright, super polished already. So I feel like the whole game is probably going to be like this. Knows how to do menus, has decent music, it's ominous, kind of sci-fi techy, I guess you want to call it. Got credits. I used the Godot game engine. All programming was done in GD script. Okay. Minimalistic art. The game was created in Inkscape. Shown below is the entirety of the palette. Music. Screensaver by Kevin MacLeod. Sound effects. All sound effects downloaded from Zapslat. Okay. So he didn't do the music and he didn't do the sound effects. Alright, that's fine. This is one of the coolest mechanics from the game. You are invulnerable in practice mode. Okay, I just want to see if these work. Oh, nice. Super responsive. This dude knows how to design games, especially UI. We'll find out when we get into the game. So I'm going to turn down the music a bit. I like it. I can already tell it's going to get repetitive unless he actually swaps the music out. Sound effects. I'll leave those up. Those are always hard to hear anyways. Oh, game jam. Okay. Got a little excited with the enter button. WSD to move. Click on the player to pause. Get to the green portal. Okay. Nice. Has all the good options here already for us. Resume, restart, menu. I'm just going to see if it all works, to be honest. Transitions are good. I really like how you can just click on the player to do it. It kind of makes sense. Restart. Worked. Okay. So I just had to run and jump. And so if I flip-flop and jump. Okay, so then your controls are inverted when the world flips. Cool. There was a game. It was a Flash game. It used to be on Kiwi Ninja? Ninja Kiwi? I don't know. It's where a lot of the old Flash games were stored, like the Balloon Tower Defense games or the Monkey Balloon Tower Defense games. Gray tiles will not change. And it was like a gravity-based game. Gravity Runner, maybe? You were it was a non-stop running game, but you flopped the gravity of the world while you're running. That was really cool. A lot of quick reaction times. It was awesome. Ninja Kiwi. Yes. Okay, so I wasn't the only one that knows what that is. Okay, so got that. Out of reach. Is it? Okay, that might have been how you were supposed to do it. Collect the stars to open the portal. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice. Oh, now I just gotta jump back down. Okay. Very unique gravity situation here. Kind of makes your brain bend a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I need to go... Whoop. Get this guy. And then come in here. So overall level design is really good. He really knew what he was doing. Awesome. I feel like it will get way harder though, especially now there's red icky stuff. Oh, it killed me. Rude. Alright, there we go. Oh no, what'd I do? I jumped. What a fool. Alright. Got it. So don't jump. Don't jump like a fool. Cool. I like how he puts you into that safe situation to figure out the controls, figure out the new mechanic, kind of eases you into it without it being super difficult. Background is cool. You got that floating animation. It really works with this game. Obviously not like super visually stunning like on its own, but all together it's cohesive, it makes sense, it works, it's clean. So yes, I dig it. Good style. Alright, so do I die doing this? Alright. Can I run and jump? Nope. I'm gonna see if I can run and jump over the... Ooh. Okay, so there's a slight delay in the jump. No touchy. So if I do it right, I should be able to jump over everything. Okay. There we go. Bum 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 bum. Is this gonna kill me? Changing lanes. Oh, okay, so I gotta be quick. Haha, figured it out. Real brain buster there, bucko. Right click to remove nearby blocks. The player shows how many blocks you can remove. Start clicking on the player or pressing R. Okay. Can I not jump out of there? Oh, I'm a fool. Interesting. So now he swapped up the mechanics. Ah, of course. Okay. Less is more. So if I go straight down with this, flip-flop the mechanics, and now I can go over here and flop. Cool. Very, very cool. I like the sound effects of the walking. Okay. So I should be able to do that. And then swap over to this. Swap here. Break, break. Swap again. Oh, man. Okay. I really thought I had it that time. Okay, so it's not working like I thought it would. So if I do this, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I'll be able to make it that way, but I should be able to do this and then flop and then jump over, swap again. I fell in the hole. I fell in the hole. Get me out. He puts the lotion on his skin or else it gets the hose again. Okay. Get this guy. Floppy flop. Floppy flop. Checkers, anyone? I like it. He's got humor. Everything's cohesive. A lot of polish. Good sound effects. Decent music. Oh, and I died like a dingus. Okay, guys. So I'm going to end it here for that one. And I think we have one more game to test. A small amount of infinite space. All right, a small amount of infinite space. Short game for the Blackthorn Prod Game Jam number 3 with the theme Less is More. In this game, the levels are all quite small, but repeat infinitely. So somehow less is literally more here. Okay, that's kind of cool. Nothing else. Okay. So here we go. Oh, wait, that's the intended solution. I did a way that was so much harder. I honestly don't know if it was intended or not. Sometimes when you are like in monkey brain mode, when you're not thinking at all and you're just like derp, you just end up cracking a puzzle that you had no idea you were even trying to solve. A small amount of infinite space. Is this Spanish? Grasada. This is kind of cool. So this art style really reminds me of another game that I played. I don't even remember if it was for a jam or not. It was just a random game that I found. It was called Paper Pilgrim. Honestly, you should go check that game out. It's really cool. I actually made a video on it too. Wonder if I just jump. Okay. But yeah, it had a very similar art style. This is interesting, but I have no idea what I'm doing. Click. Okay, so I'm randomly finding stuff, but I don't know how I'm finding it. Okie dokie. So there are unique pathways in this. It's just if you keep if you keep going in the same direction, you're gonna repeat that area. So I'm guessing you hit like a trigger zone and it sets you back into the old position. And that is just a guess on my part, but I'm feeling like it's probably correct. Very cool style though. Okay, here we go. So I'm missing one. I haven't gone this way yet. Okay, so it's still repeating. So this one I might not finish just because it's... Okay, playing the same music. What happens if I try to walk a couple of these? Does it do anything? Doesn't look like it. Going down doesn't do anything at this point. This kind of reminds me of the very first Legend of Zelda where you would have to do like certain sequences of screens to walk through just to get it to activate a new path. Definitely what it feels like. I'm sure I'm probably missing something. It's a cool design. I love the visuals on it. Sound design is decent. Only real music has been here. Bum, 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 bum. But less is more. I get the theme. It's repeating infinitely. One room equals infinite rooms, so less is more. I get it. So it does match the theme. They got that. I wonder if I can touch the red thing. Boop, boop. Nope. Doesn't do anything. trying to go a different direction each time. Nothing is happening. So either I'm stuck in an infinite loop and can't do anything else. Oh, here we go. Got it. Interesting. I didn't realize that was there. So now that door should be opened. Unless they did chunks, but I doubt that. It seems like it may get real leggy if you go through the loop too many times. I noticed that it does, every time you move the mouse, it does this black refresh. So my guess is that's how they're using like the reset position. So that's probably like the clean wipe, and then if it's in a transition zone, then it knows to reload it. This reminds me of Halo 3. Okay, so that's not doing anything. Can I come up here? Okay. Uh-oh. It's getting a little buggy now. Man, I am confused on this one. Oh. Whoa, that's trippy. Alright, let's see if we just flip it upside down, what happens. Hey, a door. The loops seem pretty seamless, so good job to the devs. Yeah, they did a fantastic job with that, no question in my mind. The only thing I could say is they should probably put some kind of warning for like flashing, because that black flashing could make people sick eventually, especially if you play it for a while. I mean, it is a puzzle game, so I could see it lasting for a bit. Run and jump down. This part is kind of finicky, getting it to rotate. Run and jump down. This is one of those Euclid geometry breaking games, so that's kind of cool. Alright, so I wonder if I'm inside. So I probably gotta flop this back over. Or what if I put it on the side? Run and jump. Okay. So I flip this over. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe now this one. Wrong. Oops. It's very finicky on the swapping of those, but that's okay. Non-Euclidean geometry, yes, that's what I was looking for. Do I jump down here now? What do I do? I feel like my brain is officially melted. So it might be a good time for me to kind of end things here, because I don't know how far I am. I don't want to ruin the full game, and I have a good idea of what's going on with the game now. Ah, look at that. There's stuff up there. So, with that being said, I'm going to say thank you guys and gals who stopped in, said hello in the chat, and actually talked with me and all that good stuff. So, you know, I hope you guys have a good one. And if I have any more streams like this, I hope you guys stop in and say hello. The mechanic has potential, but it shows too many shows. I agree. It's a lot to take in, a lot of information, and they didn't really like gradually put you in. It kind of just threw you in, and you just got stuck with it. So, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'm gonna have another stream tomorrow. It's not gonna be like a review stream. It's actually just gonna go over my personal top picks of what I've played so far and what I think did an awesome job just showcasing them. And if you guys are curious about my game, if I'm sure most of you have already seen it, but if you haven't, our game is Seal the Deal. Give it a shot. Uh, it's if you read the comments, you'll kind of see like what's kind of broken, what's not, what could have been done better, and I'm sure you'll probably agree. Everyone's pretty consistent on what they thought about it. So, with that being said, thank you, and have a good night or good morning, and be safe.